YouTube, what it do? It's your boy King Zay back in the stew, man. Today we got rappers who don't live where they rap. Before we get into this bit, make sure we hit that like button. Without further ado, let's get straight to it.
Of what they rap.
Let's see which rappers out here
Nowadays,
capping in their rap.
Rap fans care about authenticity in the music they listen to. In the earlier days of rap, most people assumed the music was just a fictitious exaggeration of the artist's life. But with the rise of subgenres like drill, it has come to be expected that rappers actually live out everything that they put into their music. And you would think it would be good enough if a rapper at least lived his raps. But then stopped once he got rich and famous, right? Well, a lot of fans actually get disappointed if an artist isn't actually sliding on his ops, while having $1 million record deal and having no
who is
actual
this
need to be
announcer
in the streets
dude,
anymore.
commentator?
A perfect example of that is there's some people who actually think that Lil Durk shouldn't enact Rage Against Quando Rondo himself. Talk about a dumb move. But in this video, we're not discussing rappers who actually once lived the life that they rap about. We're gonna dive into rappers who actually never did anything that their music talks about. Before we start this video, though, make sure you click that like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now, here's 6 rappers who don't live what they
Is that them?
rap about.
You gonna talk about these 6?
Number 6, Tyga. The first rapper we have to bring up is Tyga. You might be thinking, does Tyga even actually act like he's a gangster or in the streets? In recent years, he's mainly been releasing party songs like Taste and Splash, songs that have done quite well. So a lot of people might not remember the beginning of his career. When a lot of us were first introduced to him, he was portraying the image of being a member of the Bloods, and also being from Compton, a city we all know the reputation of. He got called out by a lot of people for portraying the image of a gang member from Compton, when in reality, he had rich parents who grew up in an affluent area of California, known as the Valley, which is ways away from Compton. Some people might also remember the time Tyga had beef with Lil Durk in 2014, and rap lyrics like, quote, "Know some Hoovers that's down to ride for a homicide when it's drama time." Hoovers, for those who don't know, is a set of Crips in Los Angeles. This beef was pretty short-lived, and if we have to give Tyga props for anything, at least he has at times admitted that he doesn't really live that life, unlike some other rappers on this list. Number 5, Rick Ross. If you ever wanted to imagine what it feels like to be a drug dealer, putting on a Rick Ross album would be...
most dead. Rick Ross be acting like he Pablo Escobar, like he just trapping everything out. Like he has bro got a whole album, Port of Miami, like he just trapping nothing but heroin, coke out Miami.
Choice. Other than Pusha T, there's really no one who paints a more vivid picture of that lifestyle. If you let Ross tell it, he's the second coming of El Chapo, and supplies the whole state of Florida with work. But the problem with that is the rumor of him having been a correctional officer before he got famous rapping. Well, not rumors. He definitely was a correctional officer, making $25K a year in the mid-90s when he was 19. Prior to that, he attended Albany State College in Georgia.
It's right up the way from me.
And studied criminal justice, of all things. That makes it hard for some people to buy into the stuff he raps about, but on the other hand, he didn't blow up with rap until he was well into his 30s. There's no telling what 20-something-year-old Rick Ross was doing. He seemingly never got into any big trouble during those years, whatever he was doing. One of the biggest proponents of these rumors was 50 Cent, who said that Ross was the fakest rapper in the game, and also claimed that Ross had staged a drive-by in which his Rolls Royce got shot up in Florida. In this situation, I think the truth lies somewhere.
It ain't never that deep if he actually
Ross
did.
probably wasn't the prolific supplier of narcotics that the music suggests, but he probably did dabble in that lifestyle. I mean, he is from Miami after all.
Word too. Really be accepted with
rappers who actually live that life? Everything he talks about was completely fabricated? I don't think so. Number 4, Soulja Boy. Hate him or love him, Soulja Boy has done a good job keeping his name buzzing for quite a long time, considering he's been famous since about the mid-2000s.
Soulja Boy been famous for almost 20 years.
No other rapper has done, like releasing his own gaming console. But what he seems to make the headlines the most for is beefing with other rappers. When you think about it, Soulja has had beef with more rappers than almost anyone. He's sent shots at Chief Keef, Chris Brown, Lil Yachty, Migos, and that's just naming a few. He's usually the aggressor in these situations and acts like he's willing to resort to violence to solve any disputes they may have. And if you listen to his music, you know it's no different. I mean, the guy's nickname is literally Big Draco. Throughout his career, Soulja has claimed many gangs. Early on, he was GD. At one time, he claimed to be a member of the Compton Piru Bloods. And that begs the question, if he's claiming to be a GD and a Blood, where is he actually from? Like, where did he grow up? Mississippi, Chicago, Atlanta, and apparently Compton? If he's claiming those gangs, he must have done something gangster, right? Well, the guy's been famous since he was in high school, and the worst he's gotten arrested for is a death threat. Soulja seems to be the case of someone who thinks that if they act gangster, that they actually are, but no matter how many times he waves a gun at the camera on Instagram, it doesn't seem like anyone actually takes him seriously. And why would he? He got famous from Kiss Me Through the Phone.
Kiss Through the Phone, Pretty Boy Swag.
YBN Nahmir is probably the most perfect example of an artist who never lived anything that they rap.
I gotta hear this one.
He's not like Rick Ross, where it's debatable.
Well, I remember hearing that song rubbing off the paint, but that joint too hard. I gotta hear this.
And shortly thereafter got arrested, people were looking for a similar rapper to fill the void that TK had left, which Nahmir sorta did. Except Tay was way different because he obviously lived his lyrics. He's literally serving a prison sentence right now. And Nahmir, well, he's probably streaming on Twitch. Getting back to his roots, what he was doing before
ain't nothing wrong with it, but dang, that's a follow-up.
Before they disbanded, YBN was a crew that people thought had some potential with 3 members: Corday, Almighty J, and Nahmir. How did they all meet? Playing Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh my, are you dead serious? This all makes sense. This all makes sense now. That whole group, I mean, you know, Corday, he's still fire. You know what I'm saying? He just underrated. YBN, nah, Mir. What's this dude named Jay? He just a YouTuber. Oh, yeah, so it makes sense. He went back to his roots. And this whole group was just kind of corny. It's just
While we know Nahmir never did anything he talks about in his music, we at least know where the inspiration came from: Rockstar Games. The only thing that adds some validity to Nahmir's name is the fact that he's tied in with Rap-A-Lot Records. But after Almighty J's Rap-A-Lot chain got snatched, that doesn't hit as hard anymore. Number 2, Future. Future has had one of the longest and most successful runs in rap music.
Future's still up right now.
Today, he's still as relevant as he ever was.
Where is he
and
from?
that's impressive for a guy who's been
I was going to say Chicago because of Jay. Where you from?
We all know what Fuge talks about in his music, and for as long as he's been rapping, no one has ever questioned his street cred.
I know I haven't.
Well, except for Sauce Walka.
Oh
Sauce
my,
said, quote, "You rap about stick talk, but you ain't even shot and missed and hit a brick." An obvious shot at the Atlanta rapper who has a track
Atlanta,
Stick Talk. But what Future raps about more than being in the streets is his love for drugs. He raps about abusing them, mainly cough syrup, in almost every song. He became somewhat of a hero for people who had a love-hate relationship with drugs, creating legendary songs like Codeine Crazy. But as it turns out, a lot of his fans were disappointed when, in a 2019 interview, he revealed that at a time, he was completely sober.
How y'all mad? Bro. How y'all mad at somebody sober, bro? How that work?
Double cups to be found.
How that
He received a lot of backlash at the time because he portrays an image that makes drug abuse seem appealing, while not letting on to the fact that he himself is sober. More recently, though, his music videos have shown him seemingly pouring up lean, but there's no telling if he's sober now or just realized that he needs the syrup for his image. Number 1, Drake. Drake is one rapper who everyone pretty much knows what his childhood was like. He grew up in a very nice house in Toronto, sometimes visited his father in Memphis. And while he wasn't writing raps, he was acting on Degrassi. So I think for most of us, it came as a surprise to hear him say stuff like Louis bags in exchange for body bags.
Yeah, like, Drake, stop it.
My dog will do it for a Louis belt. Why is a sweet boy from Toronto rapping about exchanging luxurious clothing items for acts of violence against his enemies? His mom, Sandy, should be so disappointed. And
he getting that check.
Enemies? We all know he's had a long-running feud with Pusha T. And, well, Drake did send some of his goons after Pusha. But I don't think any of them got a Louis belt, because all that happened to Push was he got doused in water, after which one of the assailants got stabbed by his bodyguard. I'm sure these individuals got reprimanded for such poor results when they got back to the OVO compound. That begs the question, though. If he hasn't done anything to Pusha, a guy who publicly disrespected and embarrassed him in a way no one else has, is Drake really doing what he says in his raps? Okay, he has had a few people beat up, like Toronto rapper Mo G, who got assaulted by an OVO affiliate, and also a producer once sued Drizzy for allegedly having him attacked. Either way, though, nothing has happened to Pusha, so I don't think anyone can take songs like Mob Ties seriously. And let's be real, Drake does live his raps. At least the parts where he's simping, not the gangster parts.
Word.
So to any of the rappers on this list surprise you, who do you think the fakest rapper is?
Facts. Comment down below who y'all think the fakest rapper is. Comment down below what y'all want to see next. Y'all like this video, man, give me a thumbs up. If you like the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And y'all know we do daily reactions, man. So it's your boy King Zay signing out. I'll see you tomorrow.